This is Jonathan Ayoff here for Pro Boxing Fans. Delighted to be joined over FaceTime by the British cruiserweight contender Isaac Chamberlain. I want to touch on obviously some of the people you've sparred, because you've sparred the top echelon of heavyweights, cruiserweights. So you sparred Oleksandr Usyk, Deontay Wilder. Am I right in saying you've sparred Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury?
No, I spot Joshua. I haven't spot you. I
Sparred
spot
Joshua as
Dylan as
well.
well. I spot Dylan numerous times as well. Mike Perez, Matthias Masternak. Who else? I can't even remember. Just a whole lot of people.
I mean, that's still a very impressive list. I mean, how does it sort of compare, if you sort of compare, say, Joshua, Usyk, Wilder and White? How did sort of the spars compare sort of stylistically? What would you say sort of the strengths and
It's pretty
weaknesses
hard
were?
to say that because I sparred them at all different times of my career,
Mm.
at all different ages, probably. Like not even months apart, like a whole lot of times apart. Usyk is the smartest, 100%. Usyk is very, very technical. He's very smart. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's very, very fit. You know, Dylan is the one with the most tricks. I remember he's very, very tricky. He likes to set traps and try to do different things.
Mm.
He's very tricky. Wilder, very, very fast. Very, very fast. Look, people don't really see, like, they don't really, they say he has a lot of power, but they don't realize the speed and explosiveness that he has. Like, as soon as he throws the jab, the right hand is straight away there. Do you know what I mean? And Joshua's very, like, jabbing his body is like jabbing a brick wall. Do you know what I mean? So Joshua's very, very good. He has the fundamentals on lock. You know, so that's the difference between them. I can't really say because I sparred all of them at very, very different times of my career.
Right. I mean, with Deontay Wilder, someone who I think, am I right in saying you're quite close to him?
Yeah.
I mean, what did you make of obviously what we saw in Vegas a few months ago? A lot of people who know him said that it's not the sort of Wilder they know, but obviously at the same time Tyson Fury's performance was something that a lot of people didn't expect. So what were your thoughts?
Obviously I can't really say nothing, but a lot of things happen behind closed doors. You know, a lot of things happen behind closed doors, some real personal issues. So that happened. So obviously that definitely had a mental effect on him. And if it wasn't a big show like that, definitely they would have pulled out the fight. But unfortunately they couldn't because there's a lot of money there. A lot of things are happening, so obviously they couldn't do that.
Deontay Wilder said a week or so ago on the BBC podcast that he didn't feel like Tyson Fury was a champion, and he wants to see, in the third fight to prove that he is the champion. What do you make of those comments, and how do you see Deontay Wilder winning a third fight? I mean, it's quite interesting when, someone loses, people seem to sort of write them off completely sometimes and, say there's no way back. What's your thoughts?
There's always a puncher's chance, for Deontay because he's very, very, very powerful. Do you know what I mean? So there's always a puncher's chance. But we'll just have to see, man. We have to see.
As you mentioned, Oleksandr Usyk, what was his power like? Because he's obviously moved up to heavyweight, and people are questioning whether he has enough power. We know he's got a lot of skill and technical ability, but do you believe he has enough power at heavyweight?
Yeah. He has. Like his power is not devastating, but he can still hit. Like I've seen him knock guys out in sparring. Do you know what I mean? In the gym and stuff. So he definitely has that power. And it's just that constant pressure that he's always applying because he's so fit. He's applying that pressure all the time, So I definitely believe that he could do that in the heavyweight division.
Just back onto you, just last sort of one. What is your sort of opinion on sort of the domestic scene and where you sort of fit into it when boxing returns? Where do you sort of see yourself?
At the moment, it's funny because I haven't fought for so long, but they're still mentioning my name amongst them. They still mention my name a whole lot. I don't think anyone else would have been inactive for as long as I've been and still have their name spoken about. That means I've definitely made an impact on the division. So I just believe that after having these 4 fights, I think it's going to be 4 8-rounders in 4 months, and then I can really say where I am in the division at this present moment. I can't really say nothing yet because I've been inactive.
I mean, sort of at the top.
That's what the fans to say, not
Yeah.
for me.
I mean, just sort of at the top of the British pile is Richard Riakporhe, who you obviously know very well. What have you made of his sort of rise up? And would you two ever face each other? Like, what is sort of the situation with two people that are quite close, who've grown up together, I guess?
I think his rise has been great. He's had some great domestic fights. You know what I mean? With Crispin Smith, with what's the other one?
Jack Massey, yeah.
Who else did he fight? Yeah, Tony McCarthy as well. He's had some great fights, and we've grown up together. He's been to my house, been with my mum, been around my family and stuff, and me the same with him. So I believe it's one of those things where, it has to make sense. At the end of the day, it's a business, and it has to make sense, and we have to make enough money to walk away and change our lives at the end of the day. Because that's the sport we're in. We ain't gonna be fighting for chump change. I want both of us to fight and change our lives at the end of the money. Not just me making money, me and him both making money. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what we're in it for. So I definitely believe that, if the terms are right and the money is great, and he's won a world title, I've won a world title, or something along those lines where we're making some life-changing money, then definitely we can do it. Better ourselves.
Just last sort of one. I mean, just taking it back to sort of when you're in Miami. I saw on your Instagram you were training with Glen Johnson, former world champion, obviously beat Roy Jones. What was it like being around him? Did he give you any tips or advice?
Yeah, he gave me a whole lot of tips. It was great. It was a great experience working with Glen. It was a great experience working with Glen Johnson. Like, he taught me some old school tricks that he was learning from fighting these great guys, these great experienced fighters that he's fought, because he's literally fought everyone. And he's the type of pressure fighter that just non-stop applies pressure. And I definitely believe that he's a very good teacher. He's a very, very good teacher, and he was teaching me certain things where I started implementing it in my fighting, and I was really hurting opponents. Do you know what I mean? So it's a big difference. It was hurting opponents. So yeah, man, Glen Johnson is a very, very cool guy.
I mean, have you been watching him or any other fighters during this period?
Yeah, I've been watching everyone. Floyd Mayweather, Ray Jones, Andre Ward, Joanne Guzman. I've been watching him the most because that's like my favorite fighter. I've been watching Joanne Guzman, a lot of the Cubans. I've been just watching literally everything.
And final one, what is your sort of message to the public right now? We're obviously in lockdown at the moment. What sort of a positive message you can give to the public?
Just stay safe, stay at home. We can all get through this together. And if you need help, don't be afraid to reach out, because obviously there's probably been a rise in domestic violence. There's probably been a rise in things happening at home because people can't get out. Like things like free school meals, because there's no school now. Like, people are probably suffering trying to eat. So I completely understand all of that. Do you know what I mean? Because I've been in a position like that before when I was very, very young. So I definitely understand what they must be going through, what these people must be going through, or kids or whatever. So just try and keep your mental health is the most important thing. Your mental health is the most important thing during these times. So you just have to have a positive outlook. Because some people can feel trapped in their houses because they can't go out, or they feel like this is not going to end, or there's the economy is messing up, and the shops and the businesses are messing up. And just know that it will get better. Everything gets worse before it gets better. So you just have to process.
Absolutely. Isaac, thank you very much for talking to me today and giving me some of your time. Really, really enjoyed it and appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing how you sort of progress when you return and alongside Angel Fernandez.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, Isaac.